Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to another video. So in this video, recently we had replaced the blown driver airbag on my 2011 Nissan Maxima. So I'll be sending off the SRS module over to my friends over at MyAirbags. If you're an OG subscriber, you know I've used them in the past, and I always recommended them. And now I'm gonna use them again to have that SRS module reset it compared to buying a brand new one. So if you want to save money, hit them up. I'll have a link to all their social medias in the description of this video. So I'm gonna show you the process of placing the order, and then we're gonna come back out here, remove the center console, and get the SRS module out. So this is gonna be for 2009 all the way to 2023. So this, I do want to note on the 8th gen, which is 2016 to 2023, the process of removing the center console is slightly different than the 7th gen, just due to the design, but majority of it will be pretty much the same. So let's get on to it. All right, so what you want to do is head on over to myairbags.com. So we are going to be resetting the airbag module, also known as the SRS module. So we're going to click on this, and you put your make, model, and year. And like I said, I'm doing this on my Nissan Maxima. All right, filter. All right, so here it is. Click on that. So it's going to run you $70. And then this is everything. If you want to read through it, you can. I'm just showing you the process of how easy it is and why I always use them. All right, so you could either do 1 day repair time, it's okay with me, or if you need it faster, same day, it's an additional $50. So depending on how quick you need it, you just select one of the two options. 1 day repair is okay with me. I don't need it that quick. So place order. All right, so we're gonna scroll down. All right, so I'm gonna fill all this out and then I'll be right back. All right, once you put in all your information, it'll say thank you. It'll show your order number and then the date that you placed it. What I'm gonna do in this video is remove the center console because the ABS module resides underneath the center console. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So all you're gonna need is like a sponger tool that's very thin. I prefer a metal one. You could get away with a plastic, but I think the plastic is a little bit too thick at the tip. You can use a little flathead, and you're going to need a Phillips, which I got attached to my Ryobi. So first things first, we're gonna remove the upper portion. All right, so first things first, we're gonna pull down on the silver portion on the shift knob, and then it's a spring. As you can see right there, turn the light on. It's a little spring right here. The camera can focus. Let's see. All right, there you go. So get like your little flathead and pull that clip out. That's so. Make sure you don't lose it. And then for the shift knob, just lift up. All right, so now that we got the shift knob out the way, we're gonna remove this trim right here that's surrounding the shift housing. So what you wanna do, get like a pry tool. Like I said, something really thin. And you wanna wedge it between the trim and the console. So, let's see. There you go. And do it to where you ain't scratching up your trim or the console. So now that we got this side up, now we can use our hand and pull out the rest of the way. That's so. Alright, there you go. Alright, so next thing, we're gonna disconnect the light that's for the shift housing. So it's a little brown tab, just push down on the clip, and then that will release it. That's so. And then we're gonna set this to the side. There's two Phillips heads, one right here, one right there. That's what's holding down this side of the center console. So let me set you on the tripod again. All right, so we're gonna move the first one. Now the second one. Next thing we're gonna do is remove this panel from the center console. So I'll just hold one hand here and then the other hand just pull out. And now we gotta do the same thing for the other side. Same thing on the passenger. Just push and pull down. The next thing we want to do is push the driver and passenger seat all the way up so we can access the Phillips head in the back. Alright, now the other side. Alright, same thing for the driver. You'll gain access to the Phillips. So now that we up to this stage, now is a good time to disconnect the battery because the ABS module is part of the airbag system. So I'm gonna disconnect the battery. Alright, just disconnect the ground wire. Set that to the side. Alright, so this is the Phillips head, that's on the driver's side. And then same thing on the passenger. So we're gonna sit there and remove both. That's us one. That's two. Alright, now we're gonna reconnect the battery just for a second. And depending on which one you want to do, I'm gonna let the driver's seat back. That way I can sit comfortably to remove the ABS module. I'm gonna do the driver's seat. That way I can have access and set you on the tripod to give you an angle of the ABS module. And you're going to need a 12 mil, if I'm not mistaken. We'll find out once we get there. So disconnect the battery again. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to clean up under here, but I'm gonna do it off camera, but I'll put gloves on. So I believe it's a 12 mil, if I'm not mistaken, if not 13. So it's a 12. So I'm gonna be switching to my ratchet because my drill's gonna be too big. All I did was lift up the center console and then cocked it to the side, leaning up against the driver's seat. And I lift up the rear vent, just lift it up and then also cock that to the side so I could gain access to the 3 bolts. One right here by the ballistics, and then 2 right there. So I'm gonna see if I can sit you on the tripod so I can get an angle. I apologize, that's the best angle I could get for y'all right now without getting in my own way. So I'm gonna attach this to at least so I can gain access with my impact. I didn't even put the battery back in. Alright. Alright, those two is out now. I'm gonna have to switch to the ratchet. Alright, so I'll remove the last one. Alright, so I got the last bolt out. Now we're gonna lift this up, the bracket up top. And then now we're gonna remove these 3 harnesses. All you gotta do is push down. See if I can do this in one hand. Push down, pull out, push down. Yeah. So that one's been a little difficult. Push down, pull out. Why is it always the last one that probably gotta be a hard time? Alright, there you go.
Several days later.
Alright, so MyAirbags text me and they also email me. So this is what the email will look like. So it says techs are working on your parts. They had messaged me saying that they received the package. Now techs are working on it. So it says, thank you, Mark Rodriguez. Techs are working on your parts. So it has a date that I placed it. And then order number. So here's the steps. Send in your parts for repair. Techs are working on your parts. Techs will be done with your order. And then payments needed after they complete what they're working on. And this is what they're working on. And they take a picture of the item. So parts are still on repair. It says the tech and estimated completion is by tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. And today's the 26th. So pretty quick turnaround. So once it's done, I'll just do payment and then they want to ship it back to me. So stay tuned. All right, so the SRS module finally arrived. So we're gonna open this, cut my address, and we're gonna reinstall it back into the car. We're gonna reconnect the ABS module now. So the big connector obviously goes in the middle. You hear it click in place, and then let me get this out the way. disconnected with the wire loom all the way up to the connector. It goes into the first one, right there. This tag, stop getting in my way. Same thing. And then lastly, this connector connects at the end. That's so. And then now we're gonna put this underneath the bracket. That's so. And then put the bracket right over it. All the holes should line up. That's so. And get the bolts. And start hand tightening each one in. Well, before that, let me test the card that's reconnected. I'm gonna reconnect the battery and then check the dash. I reconnected the battery, so I'm gonna see now. Alright. So, you see, airbag light went off. So, now that's good. I know the battery, it's gonna take a while. I touched all the bolts. So now, I'm gonna turn this back to the side and set everything back in place. So reconnect the AC vent duct. It's a little, let me turn the light on. There's a clip right there that goes right into there. So let's line it up and push it down. Can't see. Hold on. Camera's in the way. Hold on. Got it reattached. So now we're gonna set this back down. And then I'm gonna move the seats up, put the 2 screws back in the sides. I got both seats up. So next thing you want to do now is make sure the hole lines up. That's so. On both sides, and then we're going to put the little screws back in. Alright, now I'm going to let the seats back. And the console is pretty much reattached. Now we're going to reconnect the side panels. Make sure this clip goes into its residing hole back there. And then these 3 clips slide into these 3 slots respectively. So we're going to do that. And then make sure that's in this clip. It won't click in place, but if you put your 2 fingers behind like this and push it with your thumb, you can feel that it went into its hole. So see, 1 finger, so it's not moving, it's locked in place. So now we're going to do that to the opposite side. For the driver's side, it's slightly different. It doesn't have that clip. It has a little slot right here, which this slides right in between. So I'm going to slide this in. It might take a couple tries because you can't really see. Let's see if I could get it on the first try. Yeah, I did. I got it on the first try. And then just push in. You hear it click. And voila. I'll put this back on. Make sure this goes right into its respective hole. And then don't forget to connect this connector in the back. You hear it click in place. And then all these white tabs go into their respective holes as well. So just push down and you hear it click in place. And now we're gonna put the shift knob back on. Silver piece goes on first. Shift knob goes on second. Push all the way down. And then get the little clip and push that all the way in. And lift up, and voila, you're all done. Alright, and once again, shout out to MyAirbags.com. So if you need your SRS module repaired or anything else that's on their website, go check it out. They fast, great customer service and everything. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I will put all their links in the description of this video. So that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.